What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Chantel.
I'm Jesse.
I always want to say when I start that off, I'm Jesse. Today we're back with another reaction request. This is Alec Benjamin, If We Have Each Other.
Yeah.
I don't believe I've ever heard him before. I could be wrong, but I don't think.
Yeah, nothing that I can remember off the top of my head anyway.
I'm really bad with artist names though, and even title names. I just like the song. Mm-hmm. So if I hear it and we've heard it before, I'll let you guys know. But I don't think we have, whatever.
Well, this one's another one. If We Have Each Other, so this is probably going to be another
lovey-dovey song.
Yeah.
Let's see.
She was 19 with a baby on the way. On the east side of the city, she was working every day, cleaning dishes in the evening, she could barely stay awake. She was clinging to the feeling that her luck was gonna change. And across town, she would take the bus at night to a one-bedroom apartment. And when she'd turn on the lights, she would sit down at the table, tell herself that it's alright. She was waiting on the day she hoped a baby would arrive. She'd never be alone, have someone to hold. And when nights were cold, she'd say, the world's not perfect, but it's not that bad if we got each other, and that's all we have. I will be your mother and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you. And the world's not perfect when the world's not kind. If we have each other, then we'll both be fine. I will be your mother and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you. They were 90 and we're living out the days on the west side of the city, next to where they got engaged. They had pictures on the wall.
So the lyrics were wrong there, from what he said, but what do you think of the first verse so far?
First of all, I really like this guy's voice.
Yeah.
The vibe of the song is super cool. It's also really powerful. I mean, we thought it was more like a love song, but it's definitely not. It's like a mother-child relationship. Yeah. Which I think is super powerful.
But something is a lot of most of the world holds on to that even more than anything else.
And I feel like even at times when you fall out with your mom or when things aren't right at the moment, you always love each other. Mm-hmm. And you know that you have each other,
back to the
even if
unconditional.
Exactly.
Yeah, back to unconditional.
Even if you're not good at the moment, you know that you both have each other, and that things will go back to some kind of normal eventually. But I mean, for the people that have not had the opportunity to have this, I do feel I wouldn't say bad for them, but it's unfortunate. Because, I mean, I feel like, though, if you don't have, let's say, a mother specifically, you could have a mother figure in your life that gives you this, that gives you these vibes, this comfort, all of these things. Because even, I have my mom, but I also have somebody else that I would say relates to this quite heavily in my life, who I appreciate greatly. So I can connect kind of to two different people with this song. But this guy's voice is pretty cool. So
I have definitely heard this before though. I don't know where, but I do remember it.
Walls of all the memories that they made, and though life is never easy, they were thankful that they stayed with each other. You know, sometimes were hard, even when she made him angry, he would never break her heart. No, they didn't have the money to afford a fancy car, but they never had to travel, cause they never be apart. Even at the end, their love was stronger than the day that they first met. They'd say, the world's not perfect, but it's not that bad if we got each other, and that's all we have. I will be your lover and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you. And the world's not perfect when the world's not kind. If we have each other, then we'll both be fine. I will be your lover and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you.
So it's more of it's more generalized than just the parent and the child relationship, right? It's kind of, he's touching on those relationships in everybody's life that usually
are
irreplaceable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are the closest, the ones that hurt the most, the ones that feel the best. It's those high impact ones.
Yeah. And it just reminds you, at the end of the day, like he said, like if we have each other, like we're gonna be okay. And there's just certain people in our lives that if you have them, everything will be all right. And whether or not you lose everything, you have nothing, you can't get anywhere, you have certain people in your life that you know if you have each other. I'm going to change it from people. If you have certain people or animals, because I feel like people have those relationships. And Jesse and I have those relationships with our dogs. So I would say...
She got super hyped the other day. She bought a mugs that said... What was it?
My kids have paws.
Yeah, and she like came home and like went crazy about these mugs.
They're actually the cutest things ever. It says, my kids have paws.
Okay? I mean, they do though. I mean, they're laying right here, but
those are our children right now. Like we don't have kids at this moment. So I mean,
these are the babies.
We have babies. It's our dogs, right?
And they remain babies.
Yeah.
No matter how old they get.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like if you have that person, or pet that, like, if you that thing, whatever makes you feel comfortable, and if you have it, you know that everything's going to be okay. Like, those relationships are so important in this life.
Well, they have the biggest impact on you.
Yeah.
Because they're the closest ones to you. They're behind the walls. They're behind the...
They're the behind the scenes,
they're
right?
behind everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They see the good, the bad,
the
ugly, you know, like, as bad as it gets, as great as it gets, as confusing as it gets. Like, those are the ones that mean the most.
Like, they're like your true ride or dies.
Yeah, exactly.
You would do anything for them, and they would do anything for you. Doesn't even, like, it's not even a question. Mm-hmm. I have quite a few of those people in my life. Not quite a few, that's not true. I would say, like, maybe, like, a handful of them. But, I mean, those relationships are irreplaceable, and you just can't, they're not people you would ever give up for anything.
Irreplaceable.
Like, exactly. Yeah.
It speaks for itself. I hope he does that course again. Yeah. I really love that. The ups and downs that he does, I love that.
You should know I'll be there for you. I'm 23 and my folks are getting old. I know they don't have forever and I'm scared to be alone. So I'm thankful for my sister, even though sometimes we fight. When high school wasn't easy, she's the reason I survived. I know she never leave me and I hate to see her cry. So I wrote this verse to tell her that I'm always by her side. I wrote this verse to tell her that I'm always by her side. I wrote this verse to tell her that the world's not perfect, but it's not that bad.
I know I'm pausing again, but that has to be the single greatest feeling for a sibling. Could you imagine hearing that?
Seriously.
And
like, I know we're not perfect.
You know
I know we're not perfect, but I always got your back.
Yeah. And to scream it to the world.
Seriously. And I mean, Jesse and I both grew up with siblings. Mm-hmm. And our siblings mean everything to us. Mm-hmm. They would for sure be some of our ride or dies.
Well, they are. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, and I mean, just like it said, like, you fight with your siblings, but at the end of the day, hopefully you can get back to some kind of normal, like I said.
It's not worth it to hold on to that shit, man. Honestly, it isn't.
And you just gotta figure out what that looks like and how to get back to some kind of normal. Because, I mean, like they said, when your parents are gone, that's who you have.
Yeah.
And I mean, for Jesse specifically, he only has one sister. So it's like, without her, like, that's his family outside of his parents. So without each other, what you guys got?
Not much.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you guys have people outside, but I mean, course, like, when you look down to the A1s from the beginning.
When you look at your blood.
Exactly. Like, you have one sister. Yeah. For me, I'm lucky. I have lots of siblings. Different capacities. I have lots of siblings. So, I at least have the opportunity to have a little bit more, where Jessie just has the one.
The one and only.
The one.
I don't even know what she watches, but she knows who she is.
Who knows if she watches, but we still love her.
Yeah.
We still love her.
She's killing it.
She knows, thing, so. She's rocking her own life, and we're proud of her, so that's, at the end of the day, shout out to her.
Yeah, that's what it turned into now.
Yeah, that's her shout out. There you go.
Alright, let's finish this.
we got each other and that's all we have. I will be your brother and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you when the world's not perfect, when the world's not kind. If we have each other, then we'll both be fine. I will be your brother and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you. You should know I'll be there for you.
That was such a good, like, that was just such a good, like, just shout out song. Like, to everybody, like, from him specifically.
Yeah.
Everybody in his life, that like, it's the same thing, like, we were just talking about, like, you know what I mean? Like, they know who they are. They also know who they are to him as well.
Exactly.
That's the biggest.
Like, when he's saying this song, the people he's talking about know who he's talking about. For sure. Just like when we're sitting here saying, like, there's certain people in our lives, blah, blah, they know who we're talking about. They know. Mm-hmm. Right? And, like, even outside, we did more of a specific shout out to Jesse's sister, but, even outside, I say, like, I have multiple siblings. They all know who they are. Yeah. Like, they know. And they know what I would do for them. And they know what our relationship is. And, I mean, it's the same thing with anyone in my family or friends that I consider family. They all know what I would do. Mm-hmm. And I value every single one of those relationships. And I love all of them. Yeah. And I mean...
Well, it's back to that thing. There's certain ones.
And I feel like at times we take for granted and don't recognize the relationships as much as we should. Jesse is not as well spoken with his feelings, so I think that sometimes he has such a big heart and he gives so much and he is such an amazing person, but he shies away from telling people how much he cares and how much he loves. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, fair enough.
You don't like to acknowledge how you feel. I feel like that's...
Fair enough. Like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So...
It's hard, man. Like, people know it's hard. Come on.
Yeah, but you still gotta... Sometimes there's certain people in your life you just gotta be like, you know what? I love you. I'm here. We have each other. Yeah. Sometimes he just needs, like, a kick in the butt to get himself going, and then he's good.
Fuel to the fire.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair enough.
But at the end of the day, if you're one of Jesse's people, you know that he loves you. Yeah. That he supports you. And that he's got you. Mm-hmm. Right?
Fair enough, yeah. I would say so, yeah.
Do you think people know, or do you think you need to tell them more?
I think they probably know. I could probably go with telling people a little bit more, but you put me on the spot now. Now I'm getting fried here. Like, yeah, I would say obviously, like, yeah, probably I could say it more. But I think at the end of the day, like, a lot of people could. Like, it's a struggle, you know? It's a work in progress.
Yeah, and I do think, though, the one thing is... Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but...
No, I don't care.
I am a very open, lovey person. Yeah. I love with everything, and I'm hugging and I'm kissing, and, like, even, like, my younger brother lives with us, and I will just, like, hug him right, and he's like, get off of me. And I'm like, really? I mean, just stop. Yeah. Okay? Just accept it. And, you know, he's a young adult.
It's very unexpected, too.
I know it's just random times, and he always asks me, like, is something wrong with you? Like, what the heck is going on? But that's who I am. I just like to show you that I love you. And so...
we're just very different, I think.
In those ways, we are. Yeah. Like, we both love just as hard, but we just show it very differently. And so, but at the end of the day...
Yeah, that's why everything works.
Yeah. Opposites attract.
Because it's opposites. Yeah, like, we're very, 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 very different in many, many ways.
But we're very similar in the main way.
Which confuses people sometimes, but it's like, it doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else but us.
Yeah, so...
And so, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, we love hard.
Yeah, and this
song was great. I love this guy's voice. It really puts all
that in perspective too, like all three different
relationships.
Yeah, like avenues for it to go. So it's like,
and I mean, I think this was just such a powerful, strong song, and it was just a reminder. I think today we're gonna take some time to just go to the people we love and let them know we have you. We got you, right? It's a good reminder to go do those things because you never know, right? We never know.
Who requested this song too, so I'm looking at you.
Yes, we do know who requested this song, and she's probably one of the ones that wants to hear it a little more, Jess.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Alright, guys. Thanks so much for coming back to our channel. Please subscribe, smash that like button, turn on the post notification bell because you don't want to miss anything, and continue to comment down below because we love hearing from you guys.
I know, our comment section, like, it feels like it blows up. Like, I know that it doesn't, but, like, from our perspective, it's like, I love it.
Well, it's exciting for us.
Yeah. So it's like, it's really awesome. And thank you guys very much for that, like, continued support and just, like, coming back.
Yeah.
Because it's just, honestly, it's super, it's just, this has been, like, probably some of the coolest
This has been the coolest month. Yeah, the coolest month of our lives.
Of our lives.
For
like,
sure.
Pardon the language, but I mean, like, holy.
Yeah.
It's been definitely an experience.
It has, for sure. And I think it's just beginning, which is even more exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Peace out, guys.